everybody, it's Todd here from Baking with Hallow Kitchen. Join us today as we do our most ambitious recipe to date and celebrate National Paczki Day only on Baking with Hallow Kitchen. Hallow fam, I'm Todd.
And I'm Dave.
And welcome to Baking with Hallow Kitchen. This week we are doing our most ambitious recipe to date. This week we're celebrating National Paczki Day and showing you how to make paczki right from your own kitchen. Dave, why don't you tell us everybody what paczki is?
Well, that's a little Polish donut that's filled with either cream or raspberry jelly in this case.
Okay, and what are they like?
They are delicious and you're going to love them.
Sweet, tasty, and so good. So if you're ready, then let's have some fun. To start off, we're going to go ahead and take a 1/4 cup of milk that's been warmed to about 105 to 110 degrees. Then we're going to go ahead and take a packet of instant yeast that I got cut open here. We're just add that to the milk. And we're going to stir the yeast until it's dissolved, and then we're going to let it sit here for 5 minutes. Sound good, Dave?
Oh, that sounds great. That'll work perfectly.
Yeah, try to make sure I get what I can here. Yeah, I know I've been kind of putting this on the back burner, and with it being the National Day for these, I figured it'd only be fitting that we do these. And special shout out to my cousin Shelly and her sister Kelly for inspiring us to make these donuts, because they used to have a bakery in the area and they would make these pretty regularly, I think. So
it looks good.
Alright, let's go ahead and give here 5 minutes. Alright, next up we're going to go ahead and cream together a 1/4 cup of butter. Into that, we're going to add 1/4 cup sugar. And then we're going to whip this together until it's light and fluffy. Okay, now that we've got this mixture light and fluffy here, what we're going to do is add 2 large egg yolks. Try and scrape that here a little bit. And what is the purpose that we have the egg yolks at room temperature, Dave?
It makes it a little fluffier.
Okay.
Makes your batter fluffy.
To that, we're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. And half a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to mix it again here. Okay, that looks really good mixed in here. Next up, we're going to add 1 1/2 cup of flour. The recipe says for 3 cups of flour. You're going to use that later on in the recipe. So we're just going to add our 1 1/2 cup here first. And we're going to mix it again until it just combines. Okay, that looks really good and combined there. Now that the 5 minutes is up here, we're going to go ahead and add our milk mixture that had the yeast in to our mixer here, and turn on our mixer again. Okay, now that we've got that started here, we're going to go ahead and add our remaining 1 1/2 cups of flour and mix it again on low speed. The dough should be sticky, or not sticky, excuse me, but it should be soft though. you look at that? We got dough here. I'm going to go ahead and take this off and put it in a oiled bowl here and let it rise here for about an hour to 2 hours whenever it's doubled in size then. Okie dokie everybody, it's been about 2 hours here, so I'm going to put a little bit of flour down here on our table here. And we're just going to go ahead and take our dough ball out of our bowl. This is just coming out so nice. And we're just going to fold this over a couple times. I'm going to say probably not too much. Okay. And then just put it back on our bowl and let it rise here for another 45 minutes then. Easy peasy. Let's do it. Alright, it's been about 45 minutes and our dough has basically, how do I want to say it, Dave? Almost tripled in size, I think.
It's gotten pretty big there.
Okay. So what we're going to do here, we're going to roll this out into a 9x9 square roughly. And you want it to have about ½ an inch thick. This dough is very, very soft.
That's good.
And then we are going to take a... How do you think I'm doing here, Dave?
Oh, looks good. Just wanted about ½ inch thick. Probably doesn't have to be a square because you're going to cut it into circles anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Think that's about ½ inch there?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and take our cutter here. And we're just going to cut some circles out. And try and get this as close as I can here. The dough is very, very warm too, which I'm definitely tickled with that though.
Okay.
Okay, we're going to just lay these on our silicone mat here. Well, wrong thing there, but...
Okay.
Then we're just going to continue rolling this out and use up as much of the dough as we can here.
Sounds good.
And then we are going to let these rise about another 45 minutes then.
Okay.
And then I believe you're taking over from there.
Yeah.
So Dave, remind everybody what we're making today.
We are making Paczki, which is a Polish donut.
Okay, and why are we making these this week?
Because Paczki are typically made the Thursday before Ash Wednesday as part of Lent. And so that's what that was this week. So we're making them now.
Okay.
Okay. So I got my oil heated to 350 here. I'm going to very gently pick up one of these with my spatula. They are very delicate, and I don't want to deflate them.
Nice and poofy?
Yep, and then we're going to drop them in our oil.
Okay.
At 350. And I'm just going to do one to start. We're going to cook them about 2 to 3 minutes on one side, and then flip it over for another minute to 2 on the other side, just till they get golden brown.
Okay.
And they're done inside.
And you said there's one other step we got to do after this.
And then we're going to roll them in sugar while they're still hot. Once they get cool enough to touch, we're going to roll them in sugar. Okay. And then set them aside to cool completely.
Oh, sounds awesome.
Okay.
And like we said, we took inspiration from my cousin Shelly and her sister Kelly, who made these pretty regularly with their bakery.
Yes.
And Dave and I have always been wanting to try, so here we are.
Here we are. So let these go for a little bit and we'll flip it over. Okay, so now that this has cooled a little bit to the touch, we're going to roll it in sugar. Just get it covered in sugar. This is nice and puffy.
Oh my, looks amazing.
And then put it back in here and let it sit while we get this other one out.
Okay.
And that's all the process. We're going to do that for 8 of them.
All right, sounds great.
Okay.
Let's do it. right, Dave. What's the last step here?
Last step is we're going to fill these. I've got my piping bag here filled with raspberry jam.
Awesome.
Yum. And I have a long tip on the top of it. And we are going to see if we can fill these.
Okay.
Inject them with a little filling and see what happens. I'm going to just take this. This is a Bismarck tip. It's specially designed for this kind of situation. And we're just going to squeeze a little bit of our jam in here and see what happens. There we go.
Oh, that looks great.
Okay. We're going to do this with all of them.
Okay.
Get a little bit of raspberry jam in the center of each one. And that's it. We're just going to do them all like this.
Okay. Can't wait to try one.
Yep. Gonna have to have one pretty soon here. And now for the best part of all, the taste test. Let me get one of these here. Oh my, that is so sweet and delicious. You guys are gonna love it.
Wrapping up today, I want to thank you again for joining us and encourage you to check out our friends and support channels listed in the description below. But before we go, I want to give a special shout out once again to my cousin Shelly and her sister Kelly for inspiring us for this recipe. And once again, always remember, it's good times and good food on Baking with Fox Hallow Kitchen. I'll see y'all soon. If you like this video or any of our other videos,
be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and stay tuned for future shows.